All right, we're live. So welcome everyone. I'm Sarah Faith Brummett, and I've been a healer now for over 17 years. So I got this question asked in our Mythic Healers Collective. How do you overcome imposter syndrome? So this is really, really important for us to address as healers, because on one side, we need to honor where we are still growing in our skills. And on the other side, if we let our own doubts and insecurity get the better of us, we will never progress and we won't give ourselves the chance to get better and grow our skills. So, this topic is so important. And I want to share with you the breakthrough that I've had to make for myself again and again and again every time I reach my own threshold of growing in my capacity. So, the first thing I want to say is that you will run into doubt, insecurity, and fear the moment you declare that you want to be a healer. And the reason for that is that those energies are actually the energies that block your abilities. So when you say to the universe and you say to creator of all that is, I am ready to start my practice, what will be brought to the surface is everything that you need to clear in order to do your work. The universe and the creator is always working for you at every minute, at every second of the day. They are your champion. So we really need to change our mindset around what we are experiencing in our life. And this takes an immense amount of spiritual fortitude. Okay. Your job as a healer is to work on getting spiritually strong, which takes a huge amount of faith. It takes a huge amount of willingness to put yourself out there, to say yes to opportunities. It takes an incredible amount of self-evaluation, how you are constantly working on yourself, attending to yourself in all the ways that this might show up. Okay, it can show up as I need more self-care. It can show up as I need a clear belief. It can show up as I need better boundaries. It could show up as I need more tenderness. There's so many areas that is about spiritual fortitude. Okay, so that is the first thing I want you to think about, is that this is a practice about becoming spiritually strong. When you say I want to be a healer, okay? Doubt, disbelief, fear, insecurity, lack of confidence, lack of unworthiness, lack of I don't have enough experience, like it can show up in all of these ways, are the aspects of your own limited ego that need to be dissolved in order to become a better healer. But the only way to do that is to keep putting yourself out there and to keep doing healing and to keep working on yourself. So the moment you put up your hands and you say, this is too much, I don't know, I'm not good enough, it should have looked this way, it should have been that way. And the moment that you let go, give up, let that narrative become stronger than the impulse to do healing, we can get looped. We can get stuck in those loops, and we can give up, lose our way, stop doing the work. So how do we combat that? Because on one side, yeah, you're right, you need to grow as a healer. Like, we need to develop our skills. And on the other side, if we stop doing the work, we're never going to grow our skills. So here's what I have to say to that. The more you work on yourself through your own healing tools, what I use is the tool of theta healing to work through my beliefs. It's an amazing modality to help you work through these insecurities, these beliefs, why you carry them, where they came from, and understand your own motivations for holding on to them and working with your own subconscious. We call this the undercurrent, why we hold on to negative beliefs, why we hold on to the negative stories, how they're protecting us, how they're serving us, and then really understanding those higher soul lessons. So I use the technique of theta healing. We need to attend to ourselves as healers. We need to do the healing work on ourselves. All your stuff will be brought to the surface when you say, I want to do this. I want to be a healer. The universe and God's like, great, finally, she's ready. Here are your blocks. Are you ready to overcome them? Are you ready to work through them? But there's also this mindset shift that I want to share with you, because it's the first thing we teach in theta healing. It is the most important foundational level belief as a healer. You're not the healer. Creator is. You're just getting in the way. The more that you can allow the creator to do the work, the more that you can trust the energy. Okay, the more that you allow opportunities to happen. Not everything looks to your expectation of what a healing is. Not everything looks in the timing that you want a healing to be. The more that you can trust creator, the more that you can trust timing, the more that you can allow a healing to happen, the more that you can, at the same time, hone your skills, keep trying, keep doing the work, keep working on yourself. It takes both. It takes this one side of saying, I'm growing, I'm learning, and I trust the creator. I have spiritual strength. I have spiritual fortitude. I trust that the creator does the work. I know how to let creator do the work. I know creator is in charge of this person's healing and their experience. So it's taking both. It's a letting go, and it's a consistency. It's a trust in yourself. I'm going to keep growing. I'm going to keep working on myself. And part of that is being a little uncomfortable. Part of that is being seen and putting yourself out there and saying, would you like a session? Working on people. You will only grow to a certain amount by working on yourself. There does take that huge growth when you're actually working on other people. And it's part of the process, the necessary process of being a healer. On top of that is charging. And the reason that I like this conversation needs to come in here, because we have so many beliefs about charging as healers and how to charge and be of service. We healers tend to, and there's a lot of spiritual beliefs, religious beliefs that get kind of mushed in here, that it has to be for free. But the thing that changes when you charge is that it makes the healing real. So I would encourage you that if you really want to be a healer, you want to grow as a healer, that you actually look at your comfortability in charging and what that actually says about your work. It really has to allow you to see yourself in responsibility of actually holding someone through a healing and being the witness for them. Now, should you go and market yourself as a healer that works on physical ailments when that's not your gift? Or someone that helps people release weight when it's not your gift, right? We do need to be real with where we are at and what we are good at healing. And there's so much discovery that happens with that. It's okay to be someone that's really great in helping people in business, or helping people find love, or helping people with their insecurities, with their doubts. Find something that you actually feel really confident about, that is a skill for you, and work from there. It doesn't mean that you can't grow in these other capacities. It doesn't mean that you can get better at physical healings. Yes, you can. Yes, there's beliefs to work on. Yes, there's practices. Me and Eric talk about this all the time, that healers, physical healers, are really good at projecting. Like, there's a way to understand your intuition and work with your intuition to get different results. Okay. But start with where you are at, what you feel the most confident at. So for me, I always felt more confident working on emotional healing. And it took me a while to get more confident and better at physical healing. And that's because I had a lot of blocks. But it's one of the easier things that are coming to me, like with my kids, for example. Okay, kids are always getting these weird stomach aches and stomach pains. And if you can do a physical healing, or if you can do a reading that leads to the right thing to help them. I was also really insecure about doing readings, knowing how doing readings on your kids. I love doing readings for my kids to see what would help them alleviate the pain, because I don't believe that we have to suffer, and I really believe in healing and miracles. So take what you're confident at, know that you can grow into becoming a better healer, know that you can grow your skills, know that you can expand, right? That you can expand. What is most important as you find that skill is to remember that the creator is the healer, and let the energy be your guide. You are in service to the energy. So with theta healing, I always think of things like anything is possible, miracles are possible. Creator of all that is loves you, cares for you. Your soul has a higher knowing. When you tap into the higher truth of the service work that you are doing, when you tap into the knowing of their soul, that's what should guide you in your sessions. And in that, when you can do that, all your insecurities, your ego, which says I'm not good enough, I have doubt, I have fear, like all the ego things, it kind of gets put to the side. That's what's necessary for you to overcome imposter syndrome, is to let the energy, let the creator, let your service, the change you're meant to bring into this world, let that be bigger than your ego, than your insecurity, than your I'm not good enough, I don't have enough experience, all of those things. Okay. When you can make that more important than all the rest, and you allow that energy to lead you, you allow the creator to lead you, you allow the soul energy to lead you, that is really the deepest way to overcome imposter syndrome as a healer. So I want to thank my amazing student in the Mythic Healers Collective that Eric and I run together for asking this question. If you are an alumni Theta healer and you want to grow your skills, you want to be in community with other Theta healers, we would love to hear from you. Just comment below, or you can reach out to us at info@mythiclife.com, and we can get you all set up for that. And send me more questions, guys. I would love to hear from you, and we'll keep the ball rolling. All right.